This episode is brought to you by Lurk Royalty, a Twitch gaming team that puts out Call of Duty content, Rocket League content, and any epic esports matchups you can think of. If you want to check them out, go over to twitch.tv. The three team members are Creeper KC, you got Brazzy TTV, and Reckless_X. Go check them out over on twitch.tv. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's another episode of the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And that voice you hear there is the Rizzle Rye.
What's up, guys?
Of Wreck-It
Thanks for
Bill.
joining us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? I'm Wreck-It Rye.
Yeah, Wreck-It Rye.
Mm-hmm.
You know you like that.
Yeah. I was at dinner last night with the wife and kids. And was so excited about this. Or no, I guess it was the night before. I was like so excited about this bread. They haven't been eating much bread lately, and they had like that olive oil stuff, and you dip in the herbs.
Oh, yeah.
I reached so quick to dip in that I just hit my cup and dumped it all over the table like a little kid.
Yeah.
Just ice water everywhere.
So where was that at? Like Johnny Carino's, or what was it?
Oh no, that was at what is the name of that place? It's not Fish Daddy's, Bonefish Grill. If you haven't been. It's a nice place.
Things. I've not
good
been
food. Real good food.
Well, we went for my dad's birthday. We went to Siggy's last night.
Oh my gosh, Siggy's so freaking good.
Oh my gosh.
So
Never
good.
knew such a wonderful German place existed in the city of Tulsa. Oh my gosh.
You know you can buy all that meat too.
Yeah,
right?
they got the market over there. So I'm probably gonna
we
pick
do
up
that all
some
the time.
stuff around Christmas time.
Man, they have good meat. Their summer sausage is amazing.
Oh, their hot link, bro. I tried the hot link. It's the best hot link I've ever had.
Oh yeah, I get them. I get them for smoking.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
They're so good.
Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, and they even had they said you can do like the cheese. You can add cheese to it if you want. Yeah. Yeah, it was excellent. Beer was good. Yeah, I was in love. Even the kids were over there just down on really mild Italian and stuff. Really
good workers there too. I know you guys have a place that wherever you're at. You know, we know we're talking about a place that's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And not all of our listeners are in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right. But there's a place like that, that you go, oh, man, that place, especially German. Like, what kind of German's not a common restaurant? You know what I mean?
Right.
But they know what they're doing there. That's definitely some good stuff.
Have you been to Kilkenny's yet?
I have not. I've heard good things, but I've not.
I need to take you there someday. We need to go there and have some Irish food. They're pretty good, too. But they're more of like a bar.
Yeah.
I feel like Siggy's is still like restaurant.
Oh, it's for sure, yeah.
It's more like, hey, it's a bar. Let's party.
Right, but that makes sense for the Irish.
Yeah. So, anywho, that was a fun time. But I'll tell you, I got an epic dad moment for you. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Epic dads, epic results. So here's my epic dad moment. Okay, we're on our way to Siggy's. And Claire, we all went as a family. So my dad's in the third row back there, hanging out, chilling. Kids are excited. Papa's with us. It's his birthday.
Right.
And so Claire's back there saying, "Oh, Dad, Mom taught me today that the order is breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you can do a snack either in between breakfast and lunch, or you can do a snack in between lunch and dinner." Okay, I'm feeling kind of left out. I was like, "Oh, Mom taught me. She's so proud. I'm proud of her." But deep down inside, Dad's a little bit jealous. It's like, I've taught her stuff, right? So I was like, okay, we're going to have
things. There's definitely something I taught her at some point.
Yeah. I was like, I said, hey, Claire, what has Dad taught you?
Oh,
and
no.
she goes, well, just kind of thinking for a minute. She says, Dad taught me not to double dip.
Did
Yeah. Miguel starts laughing, just bust out laughing.
Oh, that's a good
you know?
one.
So I'm like, dang, yeah. I mean, I did teach her not to double dip the chips and dip,
Mm-hmm. And kids at that age
Especially
don't
with
know the
kids.
value of different information. Like both those pieces of information
Oh,
are just as important.
So then I started digging more. I'm like, all right, Claire, well, surely I've taught you more than just that. Like, what else has Dad taught you?
Mm-hmm.
She's thinking again, you taught me that when you're eating a chip, you don't put it back in the bag. I'm just like... So basically, the value of Dad is I've taught her how to have food etiquette.
Food etiquette, yeah. That's funny.
So if that doesn't spell out Dad's a fatty, then I don't know what does. But anyway, I just good. Laughing. So anywho, that's my epic dad story.
Yes, guys. We forgot to say, I'm sorry. Hunter is not here. He may be here though, so that's why we didn't think about announcing it, because we don't know if he's going to join late or not. True. He had a 3-on-3 basketball tournament at youth going on tonight, and so he may or may not. But for now, it's just us.
Anytime you say a 3-on-3, everybody kind of pauses, like, whoop.
I don't think anybody paused when I said that.
I did.
Yeah, it was just you. I don't. I like how you said everybody to make you feel better.
Well, yeah. All right. We'll move
should I have said 3v3?
Yeah, a little 3v3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. You guys don't know that look that Clint just gave, but it goes way back from a character he used to play named Uncle Roscoe, and we're not going to go any further than that.
He would have got canceled in today's culture for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you don't want to be caught playing that character. Definitely got to tone him back. He's kind of like a little bit of like remnants of like a Herbert the Pervert kind of character, but not so old manish, More 70s.
Yeah, not so obvious. So he's more like Bill Cosby.
Oh, goodness gracious! Don't take a drink from that guy.
Hey, Bill Cosby was on my mind because you were saying what your kid was saying. I was like, that's like kids say the darndest things.
Yeah.
They just say things.
And then you think of Cosby and you're like, oh, that dirty.
Yeah.
That dirty rat.
Uh-huh.
Yep. All them sweaters, man. All them sweaters.
All them sweaters.
He was doing more than just eating the jello. All right. We're just knocking it out of the park tonight.
Hey, we've got news for you guys.
Yeah, we do. And trailers. So let's move on over to the news and celebrate gaming. Leaks for Geeks. And it's time for the leaks for the geeks, the news for the days. Really? That's what we're gonna do.
That's what I do. I'm a kid. All right, first off, guys, cheating. Everybody loves them, right? Just cheating cheaters. Nothing better.
Yeah.
Well, cheating and gaming go hand in hand, and cheating in any sport or competition always exists.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want there to not be cheating, don't do anything with competition. But there should be a limit to how much crazy cheating we see and what's going on in the world of cheating.
Yeah.
And in the last 4 or 5 years, cheating and war against cheating in the gaming world, video gaming world, has just been crazy. People just cheat. There's so many cheaters at some games. Like Call of Duty is one of those just have been plagued with cheaters. Fortnite, same thing. Okay. Well, this is a quick article on some info about that and what's going on in that. Okay.
Okay.
I would say there's a bunch of this article I don't need to read, but I 100% agree what this is saying here in the first part. And it's just basically talking about the fact that cheating has always been and will always will be, and that games like Destiny 2, League of Legends, Call of Duty, and some of them are horrible for cheaters right now.
Right.
But the thing it's bringing up here is that I didn't realize, and I mean, I never thought about it. I knew, right? But one of the reasons cheating has become so popular is because cheating is lucrative. And you're thinking, well, how's cheating lucrative? Because cheaters get caught in tournaments. They don't usually come out with the money. You know what I mean? Happens all the time. So most cheaters cheat when it's not for money, or
I know where this is going.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Or they're doing like those little mini tournaments where you can make a little bit of money from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've got a buddy who's been playing them all the time lately, and they, you take your top 3 games, and then it goes into a scoreboard, and the winners win money. They're free to enter, so you could do that and be a cheater, right?
Right.
But I never thought about where the big money is in cheating, and it is in the manufacturers of the cheating software. Okay. And you guys may be thinking that's a no-brainer. Obviously, in my mind, it's like I just think people are like downloading some torrent, or they're hacking their own stuff, or not like somebody's making a little coded packet that you pay for like a video game and load it into your stuff, which is what's going on. I did not know that. I hadn't thought about that because I'm not a cheater. But this article discussed one specific company. Chinese authorities arrested this cheat-making company known as Chicken Drumstick, who
okay.
I guess they had like a forum, and they'd find out what people wanted for cheats, and then they'd design them. They're coders, and then they sold this stuff out. How much money do you think they made just on PUBG mobile cheats?
Let's say, since you're saying it like that, I'm gonna go big, but I'm gonna say 3 million.
70.
Whoa.
Just on one game's mobile version.
I wonder how many coders they have on this too.
How many what?
Like how many coders or whatever hackers?
I don't know. Yeah,
they have hired on this still.
But I just look at it and I think you're joking, right? I mean, if they made that on that game, that means they probably were over $1 billion in a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they're just thinking, nobody can ever stop us, And actually, I don't even know in America that would be illegal. I don't know if there's laws against making video game cheats. You get what I'm saying?
You're not redistributing anything.
No, it would be illegal in a for-profit competition because there's laws that protect that, right?
But that's not the software developer's fault. They can just put a disclaimer, don't use this in a tournament.
True, right. Yeah. So I don't know what they would do to Americans here, right? Now, could they be sued by the game manufacturer for making code that enters their game? Probably, because there is stuff there's laws against that, right? Not necessarily cheating, but altering game's code and things like that. There are laws. So, because it's like messing with somebody's intellectual property, things like that. So, anyways, $70 million. It says, as the adage goes, let's see here. If you're good at something, you'll never do it for free. And cheat sellers have created increasingly sophisticated operations to peddle their wares. Okay, so I guess this has been. Remember, this is mobile, so there's no way that this is very complicated to get going on your deal. Yeah. There's probably an app that you download that automatically syncs up with the game and does something like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't say here. I read it. It doesn't really say exactly what it was. They probably don't. Well, they probably don't want people to go looking for it. You get what I'm saying? So, and I get that. So, in respect to the gaming companies, they're not just going to tell you, here's how they did it right here. Mm-hmm. But I'm just thinking that's one company with one game. So I'm thinking, whoa.
So maybe here at Delirious Dad's Gaming, we can figure out how they did that and then share it with our people.
Yeah.
And we'll charge $20 a pop.
Yeah, it's easy. It's just for informational purposes only. Yeah. For the sake of education.
Getting the money, getting the info out there.
Yes, just getting the info out there. Mm-hmm. It also goes on here to say real quick before I move on. See, video games have always stood firm against cheaters, and somewhere in here it tells us about oh yeah, okay, so Call of Duty, because it's one of the biggest ones. It says Vanguard Activision revealed that the massively popular Call of Duty Warzone spinoff will receive a multi-faceted new anti-cheat system. This says in August, Bungie announced it'll work with BattleEye. Okay, so it's still being worked on. But everybody has been talking about that. We've been talking about that. What's going to change, right, with the cheating in Call of Duty? And sure, they've made little adjustments, but the other guys just keep changing what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So it's not really ever quite like taking them out. This is supposed to be a whole new anti-cheat system that's coming out. And it's talking about a couple other companies that are doing the same thing that are kind of not just being against cheating, but are starting to dump a bunch of money into ending cheating. because it's hurting their bottom lines.
What they almost need to have is something that like, I don't know, somehow like a firewall type thing where it's like as soon as they try to even access the game files, it just boom, catches them. They can't edit the script or anything like that.
Anywho, I thought that was an interesting story. I know there wasn't a bunch of deep information, but I bet there's a bunch of people out there too who did not think about the lucrative side of game cheats.
We've seen it in all the games, man. Even in like an innocent game like Fall Guys.
Yep.
You know, so within like the first month of it being out, so anything that's like that has a competitive edge to it is always gonna.
Speaking of Fall Guys, I started watching a show because everybody's talking about it. And I'm seeing posts on it, so I've watched like 3 episodes now, and I'm sure people who are listening to the show, you guys already know what I'm talking about.
Squid Games.
That. Squid Games. Yep. Yeah. So I started watching Squid Games, and my first thought once I got to the second episode or the third one when they played again, that's their second round, on Squid Games, and I don't want to give away too much, but very quickly my mind said, "Oh, this is a real life Fall Guys." You know what I mean? Because that's essentially what's going on. Even the way the game's kind of set up. Now, of course, it's a way deeper storyline. It's not just a simple game. There's obviously way more to it that we're starting to figure out, and it looks like it's going to be a good show. I don't know because I haven't watched enough of it, but it's got a good storyline and stuff. But I'm sitting here thinking, did they come up with this because of Fall Guys? Like it's because I've never seen anything structured that way. But it could be the other way around, right? That kind of a show or thought of line of processing for movies or shows could actually be popular in Korea because that's where the show was made.
Yeah.
Right. So could be that already existed and that actually influenced Fall Guys. You know, not this specific show, but shows like that or game shows like that.
Maybe he'd seen it. Yeah. Got the idea
right.
from that.
Yeah. So who knows? I don't know, but it definitely resembles it. What you got?
Well, I've got 3 different stories. Well, we say 3. It's really 1 story, 2 trailers. Here's what we got. We'll start with the article first. We're talking about Back 4 Blood released. It's out officially. You mentioned it earlier to me before the podcast started. So it turns out Back 4 Blood players aren't happy about the balancing of higher difficulty levels in the game.
Okay.
It says here that while the game has been widely met with applause from Left 4 Dead starved community in particular, one point of heated debate has been around the balancing of the veteran and nightmare difficulties in the game. It says here, for example, some players are unhappy about the amount of special enemies that the companies has spawned in the game when playing on the nightmare difficulty setting, with the original poster arguing that it's a damn near impossible to make it through the campaign levels alive when faced with a slew of elite mutants. And it says that's the point of debate under the post, and some are arguing that the players should simply bump their difficulty level down to the veteran setting if they're not finding Nightmare fun to play. While the post argues that the veteran difficulty setting is also facing similar problems of its own, with waves upon waves of special ridden swarming the players non-stop. It says here it's difficult to say what the course of action is for the developer. I think people are just being whiny, really.
That's how it sounds to me, because if you remember playing Expert on Left 4 Dead, I mean, it was nearly impossible.
Ridiculous.
You play for like 4 hours just to beat one level.
And people will forget, but we won't, because we've talked about it recently, that the only reason you could get through some of those levels was because you had the corner glitch.
Oh, yeah,
sit in the corner and punch and punch.
Definitely, yeah. And if you didn't do that, I don't know how you could have won. Yeah.
So, I mean, when you talk about cheating, right? I mean, there you go. It's called survival.
Yeah.
You know, we got to survive. And so,
figure it out.
I don't know. You can complain, then go back to veteran. If you don't like veteran, bump it back down and just be whiny. I don't know what to tell you.
I agree.
I'd rather have a game be too hard than easy enough that it's like, oh, this is Nightmare.
Right. Even on Nightmare, this is it. Yeah. I would hate that.
They're trying to get. Listen, guys, this game is not an MMO. This game is not going to be patched over and over and over again like some of these other games we're used to.
Right.
I mean, they may add new levels, but what I'm saying is the point of the game is to go back and challenge yourself again and again and again and get harder.
Right.
And harder and
They
harder.
hope people play it and make content and put it on Twitch where they're just pissed off and trying, and it's such a hard level, and everybody's epically trying to beat it. That's part of that kind of game. Yeah.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah, I 100% agree.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's a little Back for Blood action for you.
Okay. Nice.
Go ahead. It's your turn.
Next, I got for you guys a company that I've never heard of, but you guys have had me or heard me talk about. Essentially, hold on a second. Where'd my?
Did you lose it?
No, here we. I have talked to you guys a little bit about NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and the fact that we're not just talking about those and blockchains to talk about those and blockchains and crypto. We've talked about it because I told you guys it's making its way more and more into the gaming scene. We've seen games that are like card games, like where you've got different characters that battle it out, like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon or whatever. But some of them would be like actual people, or like Mortal Kombat style stuff, or like Magic the Gathering.
Right.
All kinds of stuff like that is starting to pop up in the NFT world. Digital card games that are collectible and people buy and sell and earn and open loot boxes with rare ones in it that are worth a bunch of money. And so it kind of has opened some of that up already. Well, this company kind of come out of nowhere, at least for me. The name of the company is Axie Infinity. Have you heard of that company before, Clint? I don't think I have. I mean, we pay attention to the gaming stuff quite a bit. That people are thinking maybe you should have if you do know about it, and you're probably right. But Axie Infinity, they made a game here. For lack of better terms, it looks like a knockoff or a clone of Pokemon, right? But from my understanding, you're developing your own Pokemon. Like, it's not just ones that are in it. I guess that's what makes them NFT, is you could have a unique Pokemon, or there may be only a few like that, things like that. Of course, they're not called Pokemon, but you get what I'm saying.
Right.
That's how this article talks about it, like it's kind of a knockoff on the game. It said it can look like nothing more than a cheap Pokemon clone, but because of its NFT qualities, players are making thousands of dollars a month playing this game.
Man.
And that's from, trading and getting Pokemon or these characters, whatever you want to call them. I don't think it tells me in this article what the characters are called. And then taking that and selling them, or that certain one raises values because people are then realizing, well, one, they're rare. That automatically makes those ones worth more. But people are also realizing, hey, this certain character, when played this way, has a real strong battle form or whatever, and played that character with this character, they're awesome together. Things like that are making them valuable, like Pokemon cards would be. And so then they're becoming collectible. And so even cards you didn't think were going to be valuable can become valuable. Right. And they're not actually just cards, I don't think, in this game. They're just animated characters, but they're still anything digital like that can be considered an NFT. It can be locked up and traced, so nobody could ever nobody could ever copy it. One thing that's kind of interesting about this, and I don't know if this is going to happen within the gaming world much, but when you have toys and you don't open them, they're worth more, right? Well, when you have battle characters within a battle game that's NFT, you can trace whether that character has ever battled. You can trace who the character has battled, how much that character's won. Like it's a real character.
That's kind of interesting. Like, say it was something that, okay, we're just going to make an imaginary world where, like, Dr. Disrespect gets into this game, and then some guy beats Dr. Disrespect with that character.
Now it's worth more.
Now it's worth all this money because you just beat 100%. The dog. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly how that works. And so if same kind of thing, if somebody owns it, like a trading card, like you said, well, yeah, this is a Michael Jordan card, but it was owned by Shaquille O'Neal.
Boom.
Well, now that card's worth some big money, right? And same thing in this. You can show this certain card is blah, 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 but it was owned by some famous gamer guy, right? And interject anybody you want to, or an actor, or Brad Pitt, or whatever you want. He owned it and had it for 6 years, and now I've got it. Well, now it's worth more. So it's kind of weird to think about it that way, but that is exactly how NFTs work. And so you could see people purposefully get a really strong character that's a beast in the game and never use them. Just so it'll have value later, right? As a collector item, it's still like in mint condition, even though it's digital and it can never not be in mint condition. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
usability part.
Yeah. So I get all that. I think it's exciting to see another big player move into the world of blockchain NFT technology inside the world of gaming, which are both huge gaming or huge growing industries. Huge. They're growing super fast, both those industries. So to see them come together, it's a no-brainer, really, if you were smart enough to do it, right? But it's one of those where how many people know how to do that? Not a ton, probably.
Right. So you're more technical people that are
right. So,
deep.
But I want to talk to you guys about this company's evaluation, because in my mind, we see gaming companies pop up all the time, and we usually hear about them like they're really big companies when they do what this company's done. But I think because it's in the NFT world more than it is just in the gaming world, they're not really seen the way we think they would be. So Axie Infinity is a Vietnam-based company, okay? Or they were made by a Vietnam-based company. I'm dumb. Let me read this. The game is Axie Infinity, okay? The Vietnam-based company that made it is Sky Mavis. I've never heard of that either. Okay.
Sky Mavis, okay.
Yep. It says last week it was in the news because just 5 months ago, after raising $7.5 million in a round, right, to build money up, Sky Mavis added an additional $152 million in Series B, so it did a second round of funding. Right now, 5 months later, that company is worth $3 billion. And I'm sitting here going, they did it. I mean, it's one of those things. They thought of something. You don't even know who they are, most of you gamers, probably, because, like I said, it's its own little niche that's kind of happening. The NFT gaming world is its own thing. They don't give a crap
if you know them or not. They're rolling the dough right now, baby.
Right, but what I mean is the people who are in that world do know them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They're being talked about not just in the gaming world. They're being talked about in the NFT realm.
Right.
And people are going, hey, you need to be trading these. Hey, you need to be in on this if you want to make money, and blah, blah, blah. And so it's kind of weird because we don't, when we think about gaming, we think, well, yeah, you can make money if you're a personality. You can make money if you have a YouTube channel. You can make money if you do TikToks and have a brand,
tutorials,
have merch.
Whatever. Yeah.
You can make money if you're a professional.
Yeah.
Right? All those things are real things. You can make money if you're a designer. Well, now you can make money in the gaming world trading NFTs. Like that's a whole nother, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So cool to hear. I like this kind of stuff. We won't, drown you guys with this kind of stuff because there's a lot of it in the news. And not all of you care about it, but it is good to know.
And it could definitely be an interesting option on your free-to-play games.
Oh, yeah.
Like New World, for instance, they're doing a lot of like cosmetic, like where you buy stuff with money. But in a game like that that's all about exploration, wouldn't it be cool to have NFT stuff that you could like find something rare and just keep it?
There are games that already do that. So when you're out mining or breaking open rocks or different things like that, you'll come across a special NFT that's really rare.
Right.
Or you'll come across some that aren't really rare. Yep, there are games doing that.
And imagine they start doing that in these kind of games where then it's like, oh,
why not just mix that into a big game?
And the company can make money, right? They can come in and like just take a little piece of that money that they just made off that. Boom. The item just paid for itself.
Yep.
Because think of it this way, the designer makes this sweet set of armor that's like super legendary, right? And okay, so they paid the designer, we'll say, I don't know, we'll be nice and say $45 an hour, right? And it took him 2 weeks to make this sweet piece of armor, right? And then this guy finds the armor, he keeps it for a whole year or something, and it's just like super rare. And he's like, all right, I'm finally gonna go ahead and sell this, right? Boom, sells it for $5,000. I don't know, we'll just make up a number. Right. Now they can just go and say, hey, we're going to take 10% of that $5,000. They just easily paid for what they paid getting the design made, right?
Yep, and generated more buzz, generated more talk about their game, and all the new players that would come just because of this new thing. Right. Yeah, I 100% agree.
And players get to feel elite because they get elite gear. You got some cool stuff out there that makes things rare.
Something custom that nobody else has. It doesn't even have to be, what do you call it? It doesn't even have to be more powerful, right? There can be other stuff more powerful. It can just be something that is really unique in the way it looks, and maybe there's only 5.
Right.
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 That game, one of the games that I was reading about when we were first talking about the NFTs in the games, is a game like this where they mine and they do things and they, you know, make products, and it's an RPG, right?
Right.
And they level up their characters and all that same stuff. And the characters aren't NFTs, but they did get things like what you're talking about that were NFTs, and they would get them during mining. And some of the items, if I remember right, they said there were some items on that game there was only one of.
Right.
Like one out of the entire game, only one person will ever have that item. Well, you know what that's going to do in a game that gets popular. It's going to be worth all kinds of money, especially if it transfers around.
Right.
All of a sudden you find out, what the heck, this freaking super sweet battle armor, Jack Black had it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Well, things just got real.
Yeah. And that was the thing cool back in the day with Blizzard's World of Warcraft game. That's what made it so big back when people would sell characters for money. Like you would basically sell your account for like $2,000. Here, you can have my character in my account and everything with it.
Yep.
Because it was so hard to level a character and get him at max level with the nicest gear. But then you had things like, for instance, Invincible, which is Arthas's mount, his horse or whatever. And it's got a 1% drop rate. Well, it's super hard to get an item like that. You got to really grind it out. So yeah, I mean, there's room for an economy to grow within these gaming realms, and I don't know, anything to get. I mean,
you could, in all reality, you could allow artists, like just like the way they allow mods, you can allow artists to design gear for a game, and then they make a fee off of any of that gear that's sold.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People be all over that. I mean, you'd have little ironsmith shop set up with just super sweet freaking customized armor and clothes and hairdos and everything in a game like that.
Which makes me think we really need to go back and investigate Final Fantasy and play a little more and just see, because I feel like there's there's got to be some of that kind of stuff going on. Because we ran into some houses that had some weird like shop aspects to it that was like, wait a minute, is this guy making money?
Right.
You know, so yeah. Anyway, I think all that stuff's really interesting. One step closer to Ready Player One, you know. Well, is that all you got on your end, brah?
I've got one more. Do you want me to hit it before we go to yours?
That's okay. We can. We'll take a little break here and talk about the Call of Duty Vanguard Zombie teaser that came out just 8 hours ago, or a little over 8 hours ago. Tomorrow, which would be Thursday, October 14th. They're going to be revealing the actual full Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies trailer that you can check out. This here October 14th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So check your clocks on that, guys, to see when that pops. But anyway, we're going to look at the teaser just for.
I don't have it.
Just for laughs. I'm going to share it in there for you.
I don't have it.
So we're going to do this and pop it up there for Ryan because he's about to have a meltdown.
Pre-order now.
There you go, guys.
That was a teaser, all right. That was a teaser.
Over 2 million.
Yeah, it was. It was something, but hey, yeah.
Hey, I tell you, when I saw the guy's face, the guy that dropped the jacket. Yeah. If you guys watch The Boys, I don't know if you watch that or not. I know other people do. He looks like Captain. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time since I watched the show. He's not even called Captain something. I forget what he's called. Homelander. Homelander, the main blonde character. That guy's jaw and face instantly made me think of that. Like, did they use him as a model? And then I remembered what that was from. So go back and watch that on your own time, guys, and see if you see the same thing. All right, so I've got one last itty bitty piece of nitty for you.
Okay.
And it's just gossip. We were talking about the old twit, the twit that they put that little teaser out on.
Yeah.
And this is about a little twit post, the KFC mode.
Ooh,
mode. Yeah. KFC made mode. And this is connected to the fact that Mr. Clint was just talking about Back for Blood.
Yeah.
Okay? So KFC thought they were clever, and they jumped on Twitter. And it's kind of weird that they would tweet about a gaming company, but they sure did. And they made a tweet Tuesday, quite clearly suggesting that Turtle Rock's, the maker, right, of Back 4 Blood, upcoming game Back 4 Blood, is a cheap copy of Left 4 Dead, which was also developed by Turtle Rock. Shortly thereafter, Back 4 Blood Studio proved it was in no mood to take heat from Colonel Sanders. Okay, now this is good. Their comeback was really good. But I want to prelude the comeback.
Okay.
We all know that.
Right.
Like, they've literally advertised the game, letting people know from the makers of Left 4 Dead.
Right.
So, of course, we've all been waiting for a remake or something like Left 4 Dead.
Those lines.
Yeah. So it's not a negative thing that they made the game like Left 4 Dead.
But clearly the KFC is just out of touch with what's going on in the world of gaming.
Right, yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, they fought back at old Colonel Sanders. And they tweeted back. They said, 11 herbs and spices and still no taste.
Oh, man. That is a bird if I ever heard one.
Oh, man. Well, as soon as I read that, my mind said,
hey,
dang, just nailed their chicken like that.
Yeah. Hey, that Twitter post was finger looking good.
Yeah. But then it went to next level. It went from, their chicken's not tasting any good. Then in my mind, instantly I went to, they have bad tasting games. They don't know what they're talking about. Then I went to, they're not tasteful. You know what I mean? Like, because classy. What they said was rude, not classy. And I was like, I wonder if they thought through all of that when they made that post, because that is a good tweet really back. Good. Yeah. So I thought that was awesome.
Kudos to the marketing guy that decided to pump that out. That's funny. Yeah, Colonel Sanders don't want none.
That's right. Can't take it. I wonder if they're going to fire back. That was Tuesday. They wrote back. Doesn't say what day, but today's Wednesday, so they didn't wait long. Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully it becomes an epic battle between KFC and Back 4 Blood.
How about bizarre would that be, you know? KFC,
but I guarantee if KFC comes back and tries to make them extra crispy, they'll be Back 4 Blood.
Oh, I see what you did there.
It was good.
It was.
It was good.
It was. Yeah. All right.
All right.
It was cheesy but good.
Yeah. I'm a dad. It's Delirious Dads.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
All right. We got a Resident Evil coming up, don't we, Clint?
Why are you just going to ruin my news like that? Just go right into...
I didn't really.
Hey.
You already said we're going to watch it. Maybe you didn't say it out loud on here.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, well. We're not live.
I don't remember if I said it or not.
All right. You got something coming up for us, don't you, Clint? One more?
Now you're just making it real awkward.
No, I fixed it just in case you wanted to edit it.
No, it's okay. I'm leaving all this in.
All right. Sounds good.
So anyway, guys, yeah, Resident Evil. You've heard of it. You know, it's a thing. I don't know. It's kind of become its own culture, really. This game here is, very legendary. We've seen tons of different iterations, and now we've just seen the recent Netflix series that they've released, that's animated. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Still haven't got to watch it because I got kids and never really good time to watch it. Well, there's a movie coming out, and I am pumped about this.
Well, it's kind of like Resident Evil came full circle again.
Yeah.
Because Resident Evil kind of went up and had this huge spike when we were younger and then kind of died off. And in the last 5-6 years, boom, they're back.
Right. Well, the other day, guys, like last week, when I say the other day, they announced the official Resident Evil movie trailer, which was like, showed you Racoon City. We're going back to the real story, not the Ledavidigich or whatever her name is.
Right. The crazy stuff.
Yeah. It's not going in that direction, it doesn't look like. And this is going to be true to the game's lore. And I am pumped, baby. This is what I wanted back in the day. This is what I thought it was going to be, and then it wasn't. So
actually, I liked hers in the beginning, and then they just kind of got a little bit more wild as it went. You know what I mean? Like,
I think mine was more, I had the fantasy of I want to see the game come to life.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because there wasn't an iteration of that yet. So, So they did like a mashup, and it showed some iconic stuff, and boom, 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 boom. It was all kind of mixy mashy. Well, this new trailer that just came out October 7th. Okay, this is a newer one. This one's like an actual Welcome to Raccoon City official trailer, and it kind of lays out that story a little more. And so Ryan, being a big Resident Evil fan, me being a big Resident Evil fan, we're gonna watch it together and share our thoughts and what we hope for the movie.
All right, let's do it.
Every story has a beginning. Discover the origin of evil.
Why are you back?
No, I'm already excited.
Your conspiracies weren't true when we were kids. They're not true now.
We need to expose Umbrella.
Watch this.
I'm afraid, Claire. I'm afraid of what they're gonna do to this town. You see, Umbrella, they had an incident. I'm talking Chernobyl, if you know what I mean. People are getting sick. You gotta help us, Claire. Let the world know what's really going on.
We have to contain this.
Shall we go?
You got some good actors in this too, like
It looks good, bro. I'm pumped. Looks real good.
This is where they're experimenting on him.
We should split up.
The mansion, bro.
Looks good.
Yeah. Oh! Yeah.
What the?
We gotta get out of here.
We're gonna take Umbrella down.
Brother.
Okay, I've got one complaint. It looks epic, and the preview was super good.
Right.
So don't get me wrong here.
I know where you're going with it. I already know.
Okay, say it.
CGI. On some of the creatures, right? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, like the zombies looked great, and then the dog and the licky monster looked like super digital, like a video game.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they looked sharp, but they didn't make them look real. Like, and they didn't give them that kind of texture and lighting to make them feel like they're in the real world. You get what I mean?
Right, right.
That does bug me. I don't know if that'll change, if it's over already and it's done.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that's like, I kind of felt the same way about that little portion. Like the big monster that came out of the rafters.
Yep, and
like,
the licky and the dog.
So I'm hoping maybe that's like, maybe they'll kind of clean that up in post, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything else looked super good, so surprising.
Yeah. There was another one, though. I guess I showed the wrong trailer, though, because there was another one. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah. We found the trailer, guys, so we'll watch it here. I am ready when you are. We'll just 3, 2, 1 it. And...
All right, I'm making it big, and I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
What are you doing out hitchhiking on a night like this, anyway? Used to live here, you said. Racoon City. Better you than me.
Watch out!
Oh.
I like that. How they tied that together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Honey, we need to go now.
Lock the gates. Claire, why are you back here?
This whole town's been poisoned. If we don't contain this, it could threaten the whole world.
Shall we go?
Come on.
What the? What were Umbrella doing here?
They were experimenting on him.
This is my life's work. I'm not giving it to anybody.
Vickers, this is Chief Irons. Pick up your damn radio. Umbrella is gonna destroy this place.
Just really want to get out of this town.
You're saying that guy's wig?
Yeah.
I think it's real hair. The Hispanic guy.
Or maybe the way they styled it just seemed weird to me.
Yeah, yeah.
United Healthcare.
Kind of like got a lot of volume lift right off the edge of the head.
Yeah.
You know, you're saying, yeah, but I think it still is real hair.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. It looks good.
Yeah,
it looks real good.
That gave you enough of like the actual story. It's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a pretty good trailer. I like that one because it's kind of got more, story to it. That trailer did. So anyway, there's 2 trailers for you for Resident Evil. If you're listening on the Auto podcast, we're sorry if your ears get blown out, but you know.
Oh yeah.
It was,
they were good though.
Good stuff. So go check it out. See what you think for yourself. I'm excited. A little bit sad it's not coming before Halloween, Seems like a missed opportunity, but I get it. It's probably don't want to rush it and have it be crappy. So anyway, that's
did it say when it was coming? I didn't pay attention.
I think it said November 24th, so Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
Time.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We had a good time. Talked about not many big articles, but I thought the articles were more entertaining tonight than some of the. I mean, we are always entertaining, obviously, but the articles are not always entertaining. And tonight, I felt like they were. So I'm glad we got a little bit better news, a little bit funner, something to read and share with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Made things a little more entertaining.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. Well, with that said, stay delirious.
Stay dadding.
And stay gaming. This has been a Delirious Dads production. For more information about the show, visit our website at www.deliriousdadsgaming.com. You can also find us on facebook.com/deliriousdadsgaming, twitch.tv, and YouTube. Make sure you like and share our pages to help us grow the channel. You can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please leave a rating and review if you enjoy the show. Thank you again for listening, and we hope to see you next time.